We have with us Justin Furstenfeld, Blue October in town, playing the Canes Ballroom Thursday night. Always great to have you guys back in town. We kind of feel like, we know we're not Texas, but we're maybe your second home. Can we call it that?
Yes, you are. You're definitely the second home. You guys actually helped us get started, so we consider you home also.
We really are big fans, looking forward to the show. Any Man in America out in stores right now. You can go and pick it up. Now, with this tour, are we seeing a lot of Any Man in America? Are we going through all the years? What are you seeing on this tour?
It's all of them, all the years, but we play every song on the album, on the new album, except for two. But it's mainly just all the songs off the new album, and some off Consented Treatment, some off of History of Sale, a lot off of Foiled, and one off of The Answers. So we're going to have about 26 songs for you guys, so just be prepared.
Any Man in America, Justin, once again, you have not only let us into your life, as you have done on so many other albums before, but you've given us the grand tour. I mean, I really feel like, and you always are very open with your music, but this even seems like it's even a further step.
Yeah, it had to be done. Let's just say that it had to be done, because if it wouldn't have been done, I could possibly be put in jail right now. So it's just for crazy accusations that are made by my ex, and that are completely unbelievably untrue. And a lot of this, I've discovered that a lot of men around America are going through the same thing, where you have serial accusers, is what they're called, and they'll do anything to keep you away from your kids. And it's just really sad, but it's a control thing, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. And once I had a baby, it was just, baby was taken away. I've had her for maybe a total of 2 months out of her whole life, and the times that I have had her,
You've kind of stumbled into something even bigger, too, with, and I can relate to this. I was with a woman, and it didn't work out. So, I go into the lawyer's office, first of all, which I don't, why do we have to pay a lawyer? Why do we got to shell out all this money for this? This should be a simple, easy thing to do. And turns out I have no rights. I had no idea. I had no idea when I went in there. I thought, well, we'll just be, joint custody, and that'll be that, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't happen that way at all.
It's a real eye-opener, and I don't think a lot of people, unless they've gone through it, know this. And I know you've been going around the country kind of talking about it.
Yeah, I'm also hooked up with the American Coalition of Fathers and Children, who basically are making sure that my rights are being handled okay, because for a while there, there's been affidavits written up in Lincoln, Nebraska, about me wanting to murder my child and my ex-wife, which is completely insane. And guess what they used as the evidence? The song, The End.
So basically, this is kind of like with the suicide trial with the kid with Ozzy Osbourne back in the 80s, where they took something of some art that you've done and tried to use that as, that was his roadmap. Yes,
that's exactly it. And but the reason I was so upset is just because at that point, the judge is the one that kind of signed off on that thing. So I was just like, if the judge is going to sign off on it without even looking at the date that it was written, that to me is very negligent. That to me is it's injustice, and that's just wrong. And I'd rather be known as the guy who told the father who told the truth, nothing but the truth, and so help me God, than the guy who went to jail because he wanted to murder his kid. And it's sick. It's really sick that, this was supposed to be my happy album, This was supposed to be the approaching normal. Hey, we're approaching normal, guys. And then all of a sudden it's like, and all the money that I'd made from Hate Me, I had a savings account for Blue, and that's been drained because of just the stupid games that she wants to play in court. And the thing is that this woman has no idea how to budget her own checkbook, much less a child's life. So me being the sole provider of my child, I get very angry. It's very hard, and I miss my daughter very much. And when I hear her on the phone say, "Daddy, I love you very much," it just makes me want to go out, and I will never call her mom a name, but I will tell the truth. So help me God, So that's where it is. But we still play all the songs that we, that I took, Hate Me and Razor Blade and all those stuff. it's not like something. It's not like something new. You know, that's what was funny. I found that when I dropped Universal this time, I dropped them because they were just kind of like, well, what is this music? And I was like, this is what my fans expect. You know, I got to be honest. If it's going on in my life, I got to tell them to be honest. So, yeah.
Is that hard? Is that hard sometimes when you kind of almost feel like, yeah, now I owe it to them. Now I have to, even at times when I really maybe don't want to share it, I almost feel an obligation. Is that a feeling that you have?
No, not at all, because my daughter is the biggest obligation in my life. The biggest thing in my life, the most important thing in my life is the protection of my daughter. And every day, if I wasn't doing music, I'd be standing outside of Lincoln City Hall with a picket sign saying, you know, so either way, it's just, I would be out there fighting for shared parenting, because that's what we're asking for. Is not, men across America are not asking for fathers' rights. I mean, come on. It's shared parenting. We want 50-50 time with our child. If we're good parents, it should be no other way, you know?
Well, and I think what you're dealing with are laws that are, and they're old laws.
From the 50s.
Right. They were, and we understand there was probably a need at that time, because I'm sure there were a lot of fathers who weren't meeting their obligations. But you're right. The paradigm has changed. The American family has changed. Roles of men and women have changed. How come we can't get these laws to change?
Well, that's the one thing that we're finding is I mean, it gets down to the point where it's all about when it used to be like fathers, when a father loses their child, he becomes immediately aggressive and wants to fight. You know, why? He immediately comes upon the defense of I must fight for this child. When a mother loses their daughter, they become very sympathetic and very mournful. You know, so what looks a lot safer in the court is the mother. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say that, but I'm dealing with the Lincoln, Nebraska law, and I'm also dealing with a bunch of people who are trying to, how do you say, get money out of my pockets.
Get a piece of this. Get a little piece, because everybody makes a little piece out of this, don't they?
Everybody makes a little piece out of it. Even the people that are interviewed outside of my realm. It's funny how the band won't do any interviews about this whole thing. The band won't do any interviews about it, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. But it's just it's an ongoing battle for me to even look around the bus and go, "Are y'all cool with me, or are y'all mad?" You know. So, because there's nobody to talk to anymore about it, and everybody's so scared they're going to get sued by my ex. They sure were easy to get up in that when it was making money.
And now all of a sudden, oh yeah, I got to go. Yeah.
No, we want a part of this. We don't want a part of this. So, like, well, then you got big choices to make, bro. You know, because I told y'all from the beginning I'd be investing in this by myself. You know, and if anybody put any money into it, I'd feel bad for them. You know,
you're upset, and rightfully so. But at the same time, too, you also see we can do something constructive. We can build something out of this, and hopefully your situation can get better as well.
Yeah, I just want my daughter to see that I fought and didn't just give up. You know, a lot of fathers out there, I can see why they give up, because if I didn't have the girlfriend that I have right now who's been with me for 2 years through this whole thing, she's the one that had to tell me, like, what are you doing? You can't give up. Like, what are you doing? I can see my bank depleting. I can see her savings depleting, and I can see it just coming to a head where it finally got to the point where accusations were made against my girlfriend that were just asinine, you know. And it was to the point now where when my dad looked at me one time when Blue was down there, and he said, I can't change your daughter anymore.
Wow.
And that's when it was just like,
because of the fear of will an accusation be made? Right.
And that's been made against me. It's horrible. And so that's why I had to say, you know what, no matter who thinks they're involved in this whole thing, if you want to be a part of it, go on and leave. But if you are a part of it, you know, I need you to be 100% behind me, because this is now the fact. I could be put in jail at any moment, you know, and just by what she says, and that's the seriousness of it. And that's where art plays a beautiful part in our world, is that art is the truth. No matter if it smells like roses or if it smells like crap, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it will react. And there's a little girl involved. It's beautiful, and especially as my little daughter. I'm going to be like William Wallace up in the mug. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm just sorry. It's got to be. It's just never got to stop. You know, until you get some sort of completion. And believe me, I get phone calls all the time from her saying, well, let's just stop all this and let's just be good to each other. I'm like, yeah, okay. Give it a week and bam.
Let's see that happen though. Yeah, right. That's great.
Let's go get you a job first. Let's get you a job first, which you've never had for 9 years. So it's great. I'm putting her down. I'm just saying, get a job. Let me see my daughter, and I'll make all this go away real quick.
I hope it gets better through experiences that I've had in my life.
I'm so sorry you had to deal with that.
Well, you know what? We get along quite well now. And it took a while to get to that point. Real quickly, you're doing the picture campaign. How does that work?
The Any Man in America campaign, yes, sir. It's basically where you go to anymaninamerica.com, and if there's a child up there looking for their dad, all of a sudden you could just put up a thing and reach out to them. Put names out, and we've had many children on there going, hey, looking for my dad, you know, blah, 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 or, hey, Dad, we're better off without you. You left when I was 2, now I'm 16. You know, and then there's families out there from fathers that are in Iraq, you know, mothers that are in Iraq, and it's just to bring people closer and to realize that I'm not fighting for something that's not even fighting. I just want my daughter to be healthy and happy. So it's a positive thing. It's a positive thing and a family thing. You know, try it out. It's anymaninamerica.com.
Justin, once again, thank you for opening yourself up and really actually helping out a lot of other people and enlightening a lot of other people on things they might not even know. We look forward to the show. We're going to have fun out the show, but it's also nice to get to that other side. And
oh, man, we're going to have a ball out the show.
Right,
It's going to be the bomb. We just bring your Band-Aids because we're going to blow your face off.
Justin, I'm so fired up.
How long have we been on the road now? Gosh.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I mean,
15 years?
I remember doing shows with Donnie Rich when there were like,
oh my gosh, Donnie Rich. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, it's been going on for a while, hasn't it?
Wow.
We look forward to seeing you, and I also want to tell you too, we have a weatherman in town who took the night off because he's such a huge fan. So,
well, I want to meet your weatherman.
he wants to meet you. So, Frank Mitchell from Channel 8, he will be down there at the show too. So, hey, I appreciate it.
Much love from one dad to another. Keep your head up.
Hey, thanks a lot, and we'll see you on Thursday, all right?
All right, buddy.
Thanks, bud.